I'm Rifqah Tsabitah Putri with student registration number 23050860006. Welcome to my English class for grade 11. Have you ever heard the story of the tortoise and the hare? So, this story is about a race between a fast hare and a slow tortoise. The hare always laughed at the tortoise for being slow. And one day, they decided to have a race. Let's find out what happened next by watching the story together. While you watch, listen carefully to the sentences that tell what happened in the past.
The Hare and the Tortoise. A hare was making fun of the tortoise one day for being so slow.
Do you ever get anywhere?
He asked with a mocking laugh. Yes, replied the tortoise, and I get there sooner than you think. I'll run you a race and prove it. The hare was much amused at the idea of running a race with the tortoise, but for the fun of the thing, he agreed. So the fox, who had consented to act as judge, marked the distance and started the runners off. The hare was soon far out of sight, and to make the tortoise feel very deeply how ridiculous it was for him to try a race with a hare, he lay down beside the course to take a nap until the tortoise could catch up. The tortoise, meanwhile, kept going slowly but steadily, and, after a time, passed the place where the hare was sleeping. But the hare slept on very peacefully, and when at last he did wake up, the tortoise was near the goal. The hare now ran his swiftest, but he could not overtake the tortoise in time. The race is not always to the swift. The end.
Good job! You just heard many sentences that talk about things that already happened. Now, let's see what we will learn from this lesson. After watching this video, you will be able to 1. Identify sentences in the story that use the simple past tense. 2. Create your own sentences using the simple past tense. Now that you already know what we are going to learn today, let's get started. Today, we will learn about the simple past tense. But before we talk about the rules, let's look at an example from the story. Do you ever get anywhere? The hare asked. Here's a short part of the story. The hare asked, what do you think is the subject here? Yep, the hare, and the action word is ask. This verb shows something that already happened. So, what exactly is simple past tense? Simple past tense is used to talk about actions or events that already happened. Maybe yesterday, last week, or even just a few minutes ago. We usually form it using verb to, which means the past form of the verb. Let's look closer at this example. The hare asked. The hare as the subject, ask as the verb. The best form is ask. To make it past, we just add ed from ask to ask. That's what we call verb to. So here, we have subject plus verb to. Simple, right? Let's try this one. Hare make. If we want to say it in the past, what should we do? Maybe just add ed again. Yeah, maybe make it. That sounds logical, right? But here's the twist. English doesn't always follow one rule. For some verbs, we can't just add ed. For make, the past form is made. So we say hare made. Still the same pattern, subject plus verb to. It is just that this verb changes in a special way. Let's look closer. Some verbs are regular, some are irregular. Regular verbs are nice and predictable. We just add ed to the base verb. From ask to ask, from reply to replied, like he asked, the tortoise replied. Both follow the rule. Easy. But English wouldn't be English if it didn't break its own rules sometimes. So, these are irregular verbs. They don't use ed. They change completely. From make to made, from run to ran, go to went, get to got, think to thought, and was is the past form of he. So, whether a verb is regular or irregular, the pattern stays the same. Subject plus verb to. That's the heart of the simple past tense. Now, let's make the sentence a bit more complete. Let's look at this example. A hare made fun of a tortoise. Here, hare is the subject, made is verb to, and fun of a tortoise gives more detail about what he did. So you can think of it as subject plus verb to plus more information. That's the simple past tense, and we use it to talk about actions that already happened. Now, let's look at another part of the story. He asked with a mocking laugh. Here, he asked is a simple past tense. But what if we want to say that he did not ask? Maybe we could say, he asked not. That sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? In English, when we talk about something that did not happen, we do not change the main verb. We use a helper word, did not, and the base form of the verb. He did not ask with a mocking laugh. So we keep ask, not ask, because did already shows that the action happened in the past. That is how we make a negative sentence in the simple past tense. Now, what if we want to ask a question? Did he ask with a mocking laugh? Notice that did moves to the beginning of the sentence. That is how we turn it into a question. And do not forget to add a question mark at the end. Easy, right? Let's try with this sentence. The tortoise replied confidently. Let's try with this one. If we want to say the opposite, that he did not reply, what should we do? We add did not after the subject and change replied back to its base form, reply. The tortoise did not reply confidently. And to ask question, we move did to the front. Did the tortoise reply confidently? So, the tortoise replied confidently is the positive form. The tortoise did not reply confidently is the negative. And did the tortoise reply confidently is the question. Now, let's practice together. Please open my Google Classroom and join with this code. There's a worksheet there with a story called The Tortoise and the Hare by Aesop. Read the story carefully and underline the sentences in simple past tense. Please pause this video and start working on your worksheet. You'll have 5 minutes to finish. The time starts now. Alright, welcome back! Have you finished your worksheet? Let's check your answers together. First, look at your answer. How many simple past sentences did you find? Great! There are actually 11 sentences in the simple past tense. Let's go through them together. You can see the ones that are underlined. So, all of these are the positive form of the simple past tense. They follow the pattern subject plus verb to plus more information. Now, let's look at them one by one. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the last one, 11. Did you get all of them? It's okay if you missed some. What matters is you tried your best. Okay everyone, now you are going to make your own sentences in the simple past tense. Don't worry, it is simple and fun. You will make 3 sentences, 1 positive, 1 negative, and 1 question. Let's look at some examples first. The tortoise won the race. This is a positive sentence in the simple past tense. The tortoise is the subject, won is the past form of win, and the race gives more information. Easy, right? Now, let's change it into a negative form. The tortoise did not win the race. We just add did not after the subject and use the best verb win. And for the question form, it becomes did the tortoise win the race? We move did to the beginning and add a question mark at the end. You can write about the tortoise, the hare, or even yourself. You can also use verbs from the story if you want. After you finish writing 3 sentences, please submit your work on Google Classroom. I will check your sentences one by one and give you feedback. Okay everyone, you did a really good job today. Before we wrap up, let's reflect a little bit. Did you enjoy the story of the tortoise and the hare? Nice! And did you learn how to use the simple past tense in positive, negative, and question forms? Good! So let's review together. For positive sentences, we use subject plus verb to plus more information. For negative sentences, we use subject plus did not plus verb 1 plus more information. And for question sentences, we just move did to the front and add a question mark at the end. It becomes did plus subject plus verb 1 plus more information. Did you find all the simple past tense in the story? Yeah, good job! And did you successfully write your own sentences using the simple past tense? Great! You all did very well from start to finish. Keep practicing English every day, even just a little bit. Remember, practice makes progress, not perfection. Progress! Thank you so much for learning with me today. You did great and I'm really proud of you. See you in the next video and bye-bye!